What's good, everybody? This is your boy JP, and today's video we're going to be watching 10 minutes of the best Charles Barkley stories handpicked by me personally that I made myself over the course of a couple years. Started doing stories for the ItzJustJP channel, and Charles Barkley is such a great player, funniest guy on TV. It is must-see TV every time Charles Barkley makes an appearance on a TV show or on a podcast or even inside the NBA. So hopefully y'all enjoyed 10 minutes of the best Charles Barkley stories by me. And make sure you leave a like and definitely comment down below. Would love to hear your thoughts. So here we go. 10 minutes of the best Charles Barkley stories. Enjoy.
Charles Barkley was unstoppable at 6'4". You hear what I'm saying? Because Chuck was crafty.
Big time. What's Charles Barkley you see? Where was he?
Houston.
He was in Houston?
Houston, but he was still facing up off the glass. You one dribble, in the rim, two hand. Off the new rules, I watched Chuck with the old rules of being able to dominate the ball for 14, 16 seconds. Then he'll back you down for the whole 14 seconds.
Right.
So they started, you know what I'm saying? Because it started, people was going to sleep on it and shit. So they wanted to quicken the game up. But Charles Barkley had a motor. Young Charles is just a whole different because he was mobile and all that other stuff. I kind of caught those guys on their last little leg, but they were still effective. Charles Barkley was another level trash talking because
it ain't against the rules to make a layup.
Because he would end up fighting you.
Now they're going to get Karl Malone out so he doesn't pick up anything cheap in the fight.
Or trying to fight you.
You're going to be talking to Scottie Pippen telling him, you can't guard me. You can't guard me. I'm not going anywhere.
But he instilled fear in everybody on the court.
They ended up trading me to the 76ers where I played with your guy, Charles Barkley.
You can look at Charles. Charles was 6'4" and was the strongest man from the belly button down.
Yeah.
But from up here, he was strong too, but he never went in the weight room. But you couldn't move him because he was just cornbread and grits. From Alabama, man.
Yeah.
And I tell you this.
I remember going to my first practice with Charles Barkley, who didn't practice, who never practiced. In 2 years, he practiced twice. He used to come in, Brad, and get on the stationary bike and ride 1 mile an hour.
And he would go by McDonald's and he'd buy hotcakes. And he'd have a Coca-Cola. They put it in a little cup holder.
And he'll take the hotcakes and sausage and the butter and the syrup and put it in like a tortilla and squish it.
And it looks so delicious.
And it all be coming out. It looks so good, especially when you're hung over. And he'd be eating it.
And pedaling 1 mile an hour.
And he'd be like, yo, run the floor. And he'd be pedaling 1 mile an hour and we'd be running up and down practice and he just sitting on the side. That's why we ain't gonna never be shit. Cause you guys don't run the floor. Man, practice harder. That pancakes be spitting out.
And I was like, wow. And then you can see why he can drink and hang out all night because he didn't practice.
And then after practice, I'm dead tired and I say, well, man, what do we do now? We got to go, and I'm thinking like study hall or something. You go, that's it, man. 2 hours. We see you tomorrow. I like, that's all? And he's like, where you want to go? You want to go to the bar? And I was like, what? And I had all this free time on my hand, and I hung out with Charles, and they had to get rid of both of us in Philadelphia.
That's the truth. When I got to Philadelphia, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Maurice Cheeks, they never practice. They sit on the side on the stationary bike eating McDonald's. So once I had been in the league X amount of years, I adopted that philosophy. I had played 48 minutes the night before. I wasn't going to get up the next morning to go to practice. And I always go with the Egg McMuffins and the hot cakes and sausage too. That's the best breakfast you can get.
And you wrap it up together. That's what he said, right?
Oh yeah.
Second year, I believe, playing for the Knicks. He's playing for the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not a natural scorer, but this is one of those days where I got it going. We finally win, get into the locker room. Media runs towards me. I'm like, what is going on? Charles Barkley said y'all bet on the game. What? Next day, the New York headlines in the papers, Jax and Barkley bet on game. So now the commissioner at the time, David Stern, sends a message. Charles Barkley and Mark Jackson get to the New York headquarters immediately. This is crazy. This dude talking about we betting the game. Like, it's not, I'm scoring him like I bet I cross your dude over and score on him. Next thing, he comes up and said, I bet I dunk on y'all. He does it. So we're in the commissioner's office. And the commissioner's like, there's no betting in basketball. I'll throw you guys out the league.
David Stern?
David Stern. How dare you guys even insinuate that you're betting? He says, I'm going to give you 15 minutes. I'll be right back with my decision. While the commissioner leaves out the room, Charles Barkley looks at me and goes, I bet you won't throw us out the league. I'm like, this dude is crazy.
It's time to talk about stepping up your grooming game. The face shaving products from Manscaped are the ultimate grooming tools designed to deliver precision and comfort in slick and easy to use devices. Whether you're looking for a trim, a shape, or a detailed touch-up, Manscaped face shaving products are built to handle shaving your face with ease, crafted for efficiency, and the perfect addition to your grooming arsenal. You can use my code ItzJP for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Introducing the Handyman, a slick, powerful, compact face shaver that helps guys ditch the mess. Cordless to use and equipped with skin-safe technology to help reduce nicks and cuts, and engineered with a unique dual-blade system featuring a standard foil shaver and long-hair trimming blade to give you the perfect clean shave. Runs up to 60 minutes per charge. You can take your time and don't have to rush for a perfect clean shave. Includes a low battery indicator light that will let you know it's time to recharge. It's waterproof as well to make it easier for cleanup after you're done. Very accessible. You can put it inside a travel bag or a gym bag for easy grooming on the go, or even put it in a bathroom drawer. The Handyman is your best friend, partner for your adventures. Whether you're a first time or a pro, the Handyman is the perfect upgrade to your grooming routine. Join over 12 million men who trust Manscaped and upgrade to the Handyman Rocket Man Special Edition colorway featuring gold and black. You can use my code ItzJP for 50% off your entire order at manscaped.com. That's 50% off plus free shipping with the code ItzJP at manscaped.com. Don't miss out. Upgrade your grooming game with Manscaped today.
I was about 300 pounds in college. Pictures had brought me in for a visit. We want to draft you, but we're concerned about your weight. I want you to stop back here the day before the draft. We want you to weigh 285. I think I had like 6 weeks before the draft. So I get down to about 285. Then my agent says to me, "Now, Chuck, you know if the 76ers take you, they can only give you $75,000. I said, "What? Shit, I didn't leave college for $75,000. I could have got that much in college." We got about 3 days before I had to go back to Philly. I said, "Well, I don't want the Sixers to draft me." We went on an eating binge.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I stop in Philly. I weigh 298. Owner called me every name in the book. Said, "Can't believe you fat ass, blah, blah, blah." I leave, and I'm thinking like, woo, we dodged a bullet. But the 5th overall pick in the draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley out of Auburn.
Charles Barkley.
GOAT. He always could play to me, and the times I saw him, I saw different things. One game, he and I was out there coasting, and I had a good back at this time. We guarding each other. The game was Larry Johnson versus Charles Barkley. I think it was my second year in the league. He got about 16, 17. I got about 16, 17. And it's the third quarter. And he went to go up to shoot, and Lonzo blocked it, threw it out of bounds. "Get that out of here." I said, "No. Just block the shot. Get that bull weak out of here." He finished with close to 40. He put that big head down, and I couldn't stop him. Lonzo couldn't stop me. I started looking at it. Yeah, look at your started. We was going at it, but once he had something to go for now. I mean, he and I was chilling.
Right.
Now Lonzo done threw the dude ball out of him and blocked this shit and told him, "Get that weak out of here." He went there, and I couldn't go there. And he toast. I think he finished with 30. Now he had like 16 in the third or something like that.
You stay at home for school, Auburn.
Man, I wasn't even good at basketball.
Get a growth spurt, right? Yeah.
I went from 5'10" to 6'5" in 1 year. Nobody even knew who the hell I was because they're like, I'm not on anybody's radar. No schools are recruiting me. I'm a 5'10" backup point guard.
Point guard.
Yeah, I'm backup too. I'm not even no good. I ain't even no good. Then it's too late to get recruited. So then only Alabama, Auburn, and UAB is recruiting me because everybody's already signed. I'm leaning toward UAB because I'm really close to my mother and grandmother. So only 3 schools, big schools, are recruiting me. UAB's in Birmingham, so it's right there. But they make it to the Sweet 16, and they got everybody coming back. Then Tuscaloosa's close. They actually make it to the Sweet 16 and got everybody coming back. And they signed the best big man in the country, who's from Alabama, a guy named Bobby Lee Hurt, and Ennis Wiley, who's the best point guard in the country. So then I go down to Auburn. Auburn's lost like 12 games in a row. And I'm looking, and I said, these motherfuckers awful. So me and the coach are sitting there, and I said, Coach, you got a pen on you? He says, oh, you big time. You're going to start signing autographs and shit. I said, no, I'm signing here. He said, what? He says, I'm watching our team play. These motherfuckers ain't no good. I can play here. And it turned into the best decision ever.
Playing with Charles, I mean, Charles made me laugh every day for 3 straight years. I mean,
he didn't practice a lot. You know, my favorite Charles story was we're getting ready to play a game, and Coach Westfall was great. I loved him, but he knew who was in charge of our team. He knew Charles was in charge most of the time, and
we're waiting for in a game, and this didn't happen very often, but one night it's 30 minutes. We're all in the locker room waiting for the pregame meeting, and Charles hasn't arrived yet to the arena.
And we're stretching, and Westfall comes in, sits on his stool, and we go through our pregame.
And still no Charles.
You know, his uniform's still there. And so we're just sitting there for another 5 or 10 minutes. We're watching, you know, the pregame film, and no one's saying a word. We wait, and everyone knows exactly why we're waiting. Nothing's said. Finally, Westfall gets up
from his stool after 10 minutes of silence, and he says, well,
if he's not here by 7:10, he's not starting. 7:10 was the tip-off time. And he walked out of the room.
It was awesome.
And we just all died laughing.
Right. Charles got there shortly after, and, you know, like we went on and played that night. But, I mean, and that didn't happen very often, but or ever again that I remember. But that was just like, but that was Paul and Charles.
Charles made everybody laugh all the time. I mean, he was a lot of fun to play with. I had a great joy playing with him.
What was it like, truthfully, playing against Charles Barkley?
One moment that I can pick with Charles, we were playing Philly in the playoffs. And I guess I got into a hot rhythm, and I had about 40-some points. And Charles was yelling. I can hear him yelling in the huddle. So I'm like, who's going to guard this guy? Somebody's got to guard this guy. That's all right. I guard this guy. So I go, and then we playing, and we got into a switch. And Charles jumps out and guards me.
We switched out, and I get down in my defensive stance, and he just started laughing. He did. I switched out, and he looked at me.
And yeah, I never known Charles as a defensive stopper. So the first thing he does, he breaks down in this defensive position with hands up. Everything looks technically right. And I just laughed.
And just said, are you serious right now?
I say, when in the hell are you going to start playing defense? And who taught you how to get in a defensive stance? And I had to pass it.
And he actually passed the ball because he was laughing so hard.
But that's the type of guy. He would take on a challenge, even though he was not up to the challenge. He didn't care. And that's just him.
Man, what great stories about Charles Barkley, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the stories as I did. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment down below, make sure you subscribe to It's Just JP for more content and more stories. I'm JP, and we'll see you guys later.